Welcome back to another episode of the No Mods Podcast. I'm your host, Jorge Flores, and as I position to center myself, I welcome you guys to another great Monday. Let's have a quick sip of coffee because I'm actually doubling up right now. By that, I mean I drank my pre-workout. I hadn't woken up yet, so I decided maybe good old-fashioned coffee. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of that black gold. Oy. Um. Oh, you can reach out to the podcast on Twitter at no_mods009. I should really research what people are calling it right now, but I don't really give a word. And you can reach out to me on Instagram at @depth_apron. And I have created a Discord server, but I'm trying to figure out how to put it out and how to make it entertaining for you guys. But I'll post a link again on the description, and I'll try to put it on the as many places as I can. I'll try to put it on Instagram and on Twitter as well. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Really appreciate you guys. I come at you every Monday. Any comments, I'll just give you a shout out. Don't be afraid to share any pictures of your food, and that's kind of the moral story of the Discord, where we can have a little more of a direct interaction, have a nice cup of coffee. And that should be a channel, huh? Pictures of your coffee. Writing that down. Alright, coffee Chanel. Hopefully the camera's not rocking too much. My bad. Alright. I do have a bit of a heavy hand, as you may have noticed. I like making fun of the new guys at work and calling them soft hands. And I say that because they rarely work, not because they have soft hands. Like, I do moisturize and my hands still are insanely calloused. I don't know if you can tell. But I do use two good lotions unless it's too much and it's messing up my skin. But I use I think it's called Dionysus. It's like a goat milk hand lotion cream. And then I use the Hemp's Triple Moisture after work. So I routinely do that. And hopefully my video is not too bad. Because I did notice... before I get distracted. I did notice yesterday the video was pretty good. And I got some feedback from a lovely lady that the video was pretty good. And that it was in 720p. So thank you for that. And, keep I said? So just when I record and I'm watching myself on the screen, I noticed there's a bit of a delay, so I think that should be normal, and I need to slow it down and talk some more, and not talk like I'm in slow-mo or on a TV show where they need to go really wide so they can dub over it in any language. Which, if you didn't know, that's pretty much a thing on why sometimes they may seem exaggerated in some scenes. Wait, it's hot. I need to go thrift shopping or just clean a little bit better, but I didn't find a jar, so we're back in here. As you saw, that 50's on top, and all the ones from previous are still down there. And at the moment, if I do curse, I'm only allowing myself 3 words because I only have $3 on me, and one of them's in quarters. I really don't have much on the agenda just because I was in the mood to record since last night, but I was kind of gassed out from work and then decided to go to the gym for an hour. And I might have blown out my butt or ass. I think ass is an okay word. And by that I mean I was doing I forget what they're called, but the archer squats, where you kind of like wide stance and then you load one leg. Like almost like you're crouching on one leg, like doing the goalie stretch, where one leg is out, this one's bent, and you go up and then and then I followed that one up with lunges, and I think the lunges is what kind of pushed me over. But no pain, no gain. Am I right? Oh, I think I'm starting to get pretty hyper. So let's slow it down because I need to cool off. Speaking of cooling off, I can officially. No, it's not officially winter. Or. Wait, it is, right? Wait, hold on. When does fall start? And it's not with pumpkin spice. Alright. I think it just passed on. Beginning of fall. September 22nd. So we are officially in fall, and you can definitely feel it in the weather. Currently there is no frost, but we're slowly getting there. And on top of that, there's the news of a bomb cyclone. I probably shouldn't have hit the bomb, but the bomba. Ba-da-da-ba-la-bam-bam. Now I'm too hyper for this. Ay, way. Um, oh, I did want to touch on the fact that, as I mentioned, there's a delay on the screen, and that's mostly because I forced updated my MacBook Pro from 2012 into Big Sur operating system, when it works perfectly fine. I'm not too sure why it wouldn't handle it, but it seems to be working just as good as Catalina. It's still hot. Um, Catalina. But mostly I was trying to upgrade to the point where I can use continuity, so I don't have to use a another software for recording video. But I haven't figured that out yet. So, but good news is I got new now English bad. Um, Ay, güey, se me fue. I bought a new laptop. It's showing up on Monday. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know why cat's got my tongue, but um, I think I'm thinking too fast. I think sitting still is kind of. I feel like, how do I say it? The I feel like a lightning rod right now, where all the ideas are coming in at once, and then I'm like, you know what I mean? Oh man, it's only been 7 minutes. This is gonna be a fun one. But hopefully with the new upgrade, I got a lot more coming up. Oh, and I have been working on a new opening, but I think I might need to. I need to stop touching the desk because I noticed it's wobbling a lot. Sorry about that. I guess I'll put a trigger warning or something. Pero cómo se dice? Oh man, it's gonna be one of those episodes, huh? At least I'm not like droopy. I'm pretty smiley right now. Pero carry the two, and then scratch my eye. And then look at the wall. Hopefully, words come out about what I was talking about. Oh, I was working on another intro. My bad. Oh my god, that was in my eye. Ooh, way. I just woke up. All right, give me a second. I think that's why I'm feeling very like all over the place. Ay, cabrón, dude. I don't got people do that crazy. Wake up at 5 a.m. every day. Off like 6 hours of sleep, because I think that's mentally like fatal. And by fatal, I mean like you just become like a machine. Which if you can maintain it, that's good for you. But like once I once I regain consciousness, I'm like, oh, this hurts. Ay, Dios mío. Give me a sec. Oh my god. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, Thank you for being here. Well, oh my god, I'm losing my voice. What's going on, dude? Maybe this whole change of fall thing is messing me up. Which, speaking of which, is usually the hardest time for a lot of people to change menus because fall. Oh my god, dude, I can't keep track of a single thought. I can't keep. Fall is hard to plan a menu for because of it's mostly a lot of root veg, and not a lot of fresh fruits and stuff that you can find around this time this year. But due to, excuse me, excessively weird climate, or yeah, that makes sense. Um, there's been weird surges of produce that have been rolling into the fall. And I'm sorry, I need to talk slower, but it's helping me out a lot more if I go ahead and take my time and enunciate. Porque ya todos saben que ya cuando le entras al café ya andas bien temblorino. Y ya después de eso ya no sé qué más decir. Porque la mera neta, no, ni hay neta, güey. Pero, ni hay lema tampoco, pero, dame un momento. Y no más falta que ya empiece a hablar en español por el resto del episodio ya que nadie me entienda. So, si no me vienes entendiendo, nomás ponen subtítulos y ojalá que lo alcance a trasladar a tiempo. O que sean las palabras correctas. Pero ahora que lo voy pensando, sería buena idea de tratar de hacer un episodio en español para ver cómo sirven los subtítulos y qué tan mal es la traslación. Traducción. También no me paso, ¿verdad? Ay, ay, ay. And pretty much what I was just saying, for those of you that don't understand Spanish, is oh my god, I think I need some water. What was I saying? Oh, dude, these allergies are messing me up. Okay. Oh, I thought the Princess Cup would help me. Come on, Belle. Do some magic. Oy, güey. Oh, I was pretty much saying that I should try making an episode in Spanish to test out the subtitles, and I've been thinking about it just to challenge my Spanish a little bit, because even though I do think I'm fluent in Spanish, it's mostly conversational and not necessarily like in this format or in more of a long-winded conversation, I guess you can say. Like, I can't get into details about stuff. I'm very much like as simple as a box cake type of thing. Like, yes, it's a cake, but there's nothing much to it. And I hope that's not an innuendo for anything. Okay, let me grab some water. There's no water. No. Ay. Ay, remángalo, así. Cheers. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. I hope you guys. That's smoky. My god. Hold on, give him a second. I think he still got more. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So what was I gonna try to say? That you guys are the best. Duh. But I don't need to say that every day. You already know that. Pero qué iba a decir? Should have wrote a lot of stuff down. I think I'm just too hyper for this. Not gonna lie. Oh, but I can share you guys with a new idea. So I think on a previous episode I mentioned that I made a protein no bake cheesecake that came out really good, and I got good feedback from it from a coworker. And I started realizing, so the riddle I've been trying to figure out is how to make palanqueta, or what could be seen as like there is a word in English, but it's not coming to mind. But it's more like if you got peanut brittle, but like heavier on the nuts, and you're just using like the sugar to like bind it. And I was trying to figure out the riddle how to make that healthy, but then I started thinking, I think the only way to create something like that would be first making like a jelly or a preserve, because I was trying to maintain the nutritional value of the fruit or whatever I decided to use, and that pretty much my research led to that once you eliminate the pulp, or the the texture from the fruit, then you're eliminating all the nutritional value, right? But obviously, the more you process it, the more you're gonna lose nutritional value. So I think for now, I'll probably make like probably like some type of like natural um fruit bar or something along those lines, and then try to work that into making the palenqueta. Cause I know I can, if I strain the juice from whatever I decide to make, then reduce it down, it'll become a simple syrup, which I can later use to make like something like peanut brittle. But then at that point, I'm just serving straight up sugar, even though it does come from a natural source, which isn't necessarily bad. But obviously, whenever something is higher in value in a certain degree, then the question is if it's still healthy. So, I mean, that's kind of the riddle I've been trying to figure out. I'll probably start with the jelly first, or the preserve, just because you can put that. I almost said the word. Um, just because you can put it, you can apply it to anything you want. I was actually thinking like it would probably go pretty good with the cheesecake because it would be nice and tangy, especially if I add like not a pre workout but like BCAAs. So essentially, like I'm trying to make quote unquote superfoods or slightly more beneficial than normal foods. If that makes any sense. Because I know the cheaper options is always like overnight oatmeals with whatever you want, but like a lot of the recipes do involve a lot of sugar. Like, and then the whole sugar thing got me thinking like, is there actually a good source of sugar? But the reality is sugar is sugar, so you can't really work around it. The only thing you work around is the nutritional value behind it. Like they say, like raw honey has a lot more nutritional value than just plain sugar. That being said, it's because it has antioxidants and a little more like vitamins into it, just because it's a natural honey. But then there's people that argue that the raw sugar is pretty good for you as well. But um, I feel like the less sweet it is probably more healthy. But that just might be like a natural response to the idea, right? And then we got the agave syrup, which agave syrup should be dark and not clear. I'll just put it out there. The darker the better because it means it came from the piña or the center of the agave. Because as you know, or if you don't know, tequila it comes from the core and is roasted to like create the caramelize the sugars, and then that's how you get tequila from there. Um, as far as silver tequila, I'm not too sure. I'm assuming they'd probably just blast them a little less, so the final product isn't too dark. That's what I'm guessing. Or I'll look into it because every time I've seen like those small snippets of like oh how they make tequila, they never talk about how they make silver tequila. But I have noticed that some of the silver tequilas say 100% agave and not 100% blue agave, which just means that good tequila should be saying blue agave, and the same would go for your agave syrup. You should be saying 100% blue agave. But I have noticed that silver tequilas tend to be mixed with a raw liquor, or like cane, for example. Um, but I mean, it doesn't defeat how good it is. And the reason I think it's cane is because it's also like a sweet product itself. So that could be it. Um, but lately I've been hearing like the flavor notes of tequila. I'm like, that does not sound right. Like, all right, hold on. I need to finish this thought. Like, they say Cazadores has notes of lemon, basil, and like a type of spice, and I'm like, I don't catch that at all. At most, maybe I'll get like lime leaves, just because they're like bitter, but they're very acidic. Pero quién sabe, to be honest with you. Um, I don't know. Oh man. By the way, today, coffee is brought to you by Legal. And I should probably start pursuing coffee more. Because that would be kind of dope. But then, oh no, see. We'll mess around with coffee. Everything's about coffee this episode. I'm gonna just call it the coffee episode. um, and then I probably won't give a recipe out for today just because I don't have much to say on it. And I think last week I said let's make a pasta sauce, and I hope that came out pretty well. If not, you just made a salsa de jitomate, which is just as good, and you can apply it to your tortillas. Or you probably could have made in jitomatadas, which would be the same sauce, but you would cook your tortillas in it, and then you would add shredded lettuce, cheese, sour cream, kind of like an enchilada, but without the rolling part or the baking part. I haven't had those in a minute. Those actually sound insanely good. I'll probably make that later today, after my alleged workout, because I'm debating on. I'm rambling. Thank you for catching that, and thank you for supporting this podcast and the fact that I haven't cursed yet. I should write that down so I don't forget. Research. Okay. Research. To donate money. I just wrote that down because I know Thanksgiving's coming up and they do a big food drive and donation drive closer to Thanksgiving, so I'm trying to decide how to donate the money from the swear jar, and maybe I shouldn't care too much about how much I curse, but I think it's a good rule of thumb. If not, I'll probably just start adding rules to the cup in order to improve my deliver no my approach to making every episode, and hopefully make it more entertaining. And or you that are listening, if you guys catch me repeat the same story at least one or more times, you're welcome to call me out, put it in $1. I could turn it into a game, huh? A little more interaction. And I hope I wasn't talking too fast because I just noticed I kind of zoned out for a minute. I think I dialed in pretty hard because 12 minutes went by pretty fast. But I'm not done with the coffee. That's why I'm like, the time doesn't seem right. ¿Qué iba a decir? I'm kind of tired. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay. I think I'm crashing. Okay. I talked about that. I think I'm pretty sure I mentioned that there should be a new intro by the time the new laptop comes in. Hopefully, new laptop means a higher quality video. There is a Discord channel. I'll go ahead and put the link. I think for now the Discord is just gonna be us meeting, getting to know each other, just posting food. Probably have to start collaborating more now that I have proper equipment. I have a mic. I need to figure out if the camera is gonna work out for me, because the camera is just an old iPhone. Even though I'm pretty sure the iPhone 10 does say records in 1080p. I'll have to double check on that. I am still doing classes. I'm still doing that. I'm just running a list right now. I'm kind of gone into like operations mode. But I haven't been meaning to you guys, so I'm not in full operations mode. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it there because I'm blanking out pretty hard. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Nomads Podcast. I'm your host, Jorge Flores. You can reach out to me on Instagram at adept_apron, or you can reach out to the podcast on Twitter or X or 10 or whatever it's called at NO_MODS009. And I'll go ahead and post the Discord link in the description of this video, and it should be on one of the posts on the YouTube channel. And I'll go ahead and post it for those of you that listen to the audio podcast. Thank you for supporting the audio podcast. I know you guys have been here for a longer time, and I appreciate your patience. And hopefully, I don't blow out your ears with the intro comes in, because I think last time I had an intro, I played it in the car, and the car started vibrating pretty hard. So, on that note, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm putting my mug down. Let's start off on the right foot. It is Monday. Hopefully you're not as dazed as me, and hopefully you're not, or maybe you want to be equally caffeinated. But make sure, let's take a deep breath, and make sure we do everything we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? On that note, have a great rest of your week. Or maybe I need to make an outro.